Welcome everyone to ChessWhiz TV episode 109. Things are getting brighter each day. As you can see, it's a little bit lighter in my room than yesterday. That's because we're moving towards summertime where I live, and so gradually we're going to get lighter and lighter. On some stormy days, you may be completely unable to see me, but it looks like things are getting better and better. Today is a day for learning because I recently read in the forums I never watch any of the live links. Here, let me show you. These things over here is like live, ChessWhiz TV, click to learn, right? That's why I've named it that, because people say, I never watch that stuff because I never learn anything. All they do is make bad moves fast. You found me out. I've been discovered. All I do is make bad moves fast. So today's episode is perhaps going to change that. I've titled it Click Here Now, Never Don't Click. So hopefully those naysayers will actually click and learn something. So we're going to try to learn. And maybe I'll learn something, maybe you'll learn something. So let's play actual chess with some time on the clock and just see what happens. Just see, you know, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to learn, but the goal is to learn something. Someone asked me in a recent episode, what are your goals in chess? You know, what's your goal rating? What are you trying to achieve? And I was like, you guys saw this if you watched the recent episode. That's basically my answer. I don't have any goals. I'm just sitting around playing speed chess. So maybe I should change that. Maybe I should have a goal. Maybe I should try to become 100, which I think is the lowest possible rating. I don't know. Let's find out. Players. Okay, French defense. I'm comfortable with that. Let's do that. Who's the world's worst player? Well, let's see who the worst player is that's online right now. That would be... Oh, these guys are unrated. They're all like 1,400. I don't know. I don't know how to sort by the lowest rating, but I wonder if it's 100 because that'd be a nice low rating. So we're going to try to learn. Now, I almost always capture this way, and then it becomes so lame. So I'm going to try doing something that's more normal, which is bishop b4, and play what most people play, because maybe we can learn from it. We're going to learn that ChessWhiz doesn't even know this opening. Oh, it's another exchange French. Exciting! Not. At least I'm comfortable with the exchange French. So knight f3, knight f6, or knight e7. If I play knight f6, he has a nice place for this bishop, the c1 bishop, pinning me. If I play here, then he has nowhere for his bishop. I take that back. He could go here to f4. That's too bad. Is this classical chess or is this blitz chess? It's blitz. That's annoying. Oh well. Okay, so now I'm going to offer this trade. I learned this from someone smarter than I was, to play knight in this way and trade the light squared bishops, because the light squared bishop, as you can see, is on the same color as the center pawn. So I might as well trade it off. That's the bad bishop for you beginners who don't know what a bad bishop is. Just look it up on wikipedia.org. I'm sure Julian Assange has stolen some information about bad bishops that you could read on WikiLeaks. Unfortunately, my stream is now going to be flagged by the NSA, and I'm probably going to get captured because I said those keywords. Should I play c6? You know, I'm kind of thinking about c5 because it would be so stupid. If he takes, then I have this isolated pawn, and my pieces are not set up for that structure with this defensive knight, and the other knight's not even out yet. So I guess I won't. I wonder if he's going to try to checkmate me. That would be really interesting if he plays knight g5. Oh, bring out that bishop. Yeah. I think this is safe. Well, this looks very drawish, unfortunately. Very drawish indeed. But maybe we'll learn something coming right up. I became very thankful for all you viewers. This weekend wait, no, it wasn't this weekend. 2 days ago, I decided to stream something else besides chess. Now, some of you know this because you have it set up in your email. Is this a safe move, knight g6? Because if I play knight here, like this, well, then that blocks the checkmate. So then there's no checkmate. So then I would push f6 and scare the knight away. Is that completely and perfectly safe? I don't see any reason why it's not safe. He might play queen h3, but then I can play h6. I think this will hold things together. I don't really want to play g6, which is what people normally do to protect that diagonal, because those pawns would really get in the way of what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so push maybe, take, and I'm up a pawn. Nope, he takes that back, and my pawns are ruined, absolutely ruined. Push, push. I move my knight. He checkmates me. That's not so good. Push, push, take, take. No, not very good. Maybe h6. Then push, take, take, take. Same. Same. Maybe f5 right now. This is obnoxious. Okay, maybe knight f6. Then he can't push again. Yeah, maybe knight f6. Guys. What's up, Caps Burger? What is up, Caps Burger? That's like the largest burger. You have to hold shift when you're making it. You're like, oh, oops, caps lock was on. Now I'm a lowercase burger. Great. I'm going to go here and stop h5. Then I'll chase the knight with h6. Kibitz from Olith right after I move because of the delay in the universe to move my own pawn to h5, which is an interesting concept indeed. The reason I don't like that, now that I see that you've suggested that, Olis, is that I want to kick this knight out of g5. So I would have to push f6 to kick it out, but then I would have moved both of these pawns, and so nothing would be protecting my poor green university man, the one I scribbled on. Nothing would protect him, and that would be so sad. Queen would take it. So let's do this now. Is he going to rook lift and give up the knight? That would be interesting. He's really attacking aggressively. If he gives up the knight, I think I can hold. Maybe I'll capture this knight first so that I can play knight e4. And that blocks up things pretty well. Pretty and well. So that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I was saying I was feeling very thankful for you viewers. This, not this weekend. I already said not this weekend. 2 days ago, I think, 2 or 3 days ago, I decided to stream something else. I streamed a card game. I streamed myself playing a card game online, if you can believe the lameness of that. And so, let me go back to the home page. And so there was no ChessWhiz TV. I was very respectful of Thibaut, the creator of lichess.org, very respectfully did not put myself on his website when I was doing that. So take, and knight e4 is what I want to play, but then knight takes and I lose a piece. So I'm going to capture here first. Nothing to be worried about. And then I can take, and then I can, oh, he might take with bishop. Nah, I'm okay. I'm okay. He's sacrificing things, and it's not smart. Okay. So take, bishop takes. Also have queen d6, which supports knight f4, forking him. I really don't see the danger. I'm going to go for it. What? Okay, so knight up. So you're going to play queen f3 and then queen h5. Let's think about this. Let's actually think ahead, guys. So knight here, and he plays queen over. Oh, in green. That's lovely. Okay, so then I'm like, oh no, he's coming this way, and he's going to checkmate me in the corner. So then I think that I take his pawn. So my two knights are amazingly... Nope, that's not going to work. Protecting, but then he takes with bishop, but his queen is guarding. No, it's my turn first. I move queen f3, so then I take his pawn. Then he plays queen h5. My knights are protecting, but they can't move or I'll die. So then f6, and I lose this knight. Oh. See, I don't know that I can protect very well this queen f3, queen h5 thing he's got planned. Maybe I should give my knight back again. Knight e4. Guys, are you learning? I hope you're learning. I'm learning how to get attacked. I'm up a piece, so I just need to not get checkmated. Knight e4, queen here. Then, oh, this is great. Knight e4, queen there, then I take, right, and I'm forking him. He takes his bishop, queen takes, I'm safe. And if he doesn't, then I get his rook, which stops all the checkmates. I'm going to do that. What about queen g? No, he can't go there. Wow, I'm so brilliant today. I'm like, well, what if he moves right here where my knight can chop off its head? You know, just calm down. Take the rook with check, says Olaf. I'm overlooking the obvious, so I don't know what you guys are learning, but I'm trying here. We're trying to defend. What are we learning? I don't know. We just picked up a piece, so we just have to hold off the attack. He gave us the piece. Anyway, I streamed this thing, and I do have a lot of subscribers. Look at this, twitch.tv/ChessWhiz. Here's me streaming, okay? And if you look at the hearts section, 300 hearts. Now, unfortunately, before I did this other thing, I had more than 300. Stop it, ChessWhiz. I had like 300 and something, I think. And then they were like, unsubscribe, ChessWhiz is spamming me. I think those heart people get emails when I that's 300 different people. When I stream, I think. Maybe you people who heart me can confirm that I actually get emails. So queen up, then queen f3. He's coming. So maybe f6 right now gives me an escape. My knight is in such a great outpost, so I don't really need to worry about anything. f6, take. Looks okay. f6 opening up the rook. If he takes, rook takes. No, not rook takes. Am I totally stupid? Yeah, no, I'm okay. Rook takes, or maybe queen. It seems okay. If I develop my queen, I'm worried about it. Queen f3 and queen h5. This time I can't take on g5, so I'm going to escape this way. Olith didn't use his real email, so he doesn't know if you get emails. I think you get emails when you heart me that says, dude is streaming again. Now I think maybe I give up the piece again. Oh, and I'm running out of time, right? I think I give it up, because if I move the knight, I have to move it somewhere not very good, like back here. Then he pushes again, and the checkmate's on the way. So if I give up the knight, I can at least pick up a pawn this way. This will afford more trades, which will help. I could just take with pawn. Take the pawn, then fork him. Olith has all the answers. Unfortunately, see, he kibitzes take the pawn, then fork him. Fortunately, I don't know what you're talking about, Olith. And I'm not ahead anything anymore. What a... There was... We're going to learn from the computer analysis after this. We're gonna learn what I should have done. Because here I am, sitting here with all this free stuff, and I can't even checkmate him. All I do is give him the knight back. Pathetic. So I streamed this other card game. It's called Dominion. It's pretty popular here in my country, probably in your country. A bunch of cards, and you just fiddle around with them until finally you stop. And so I streamed that for a while. So that was great, and there were 4 people watching, and I was like, wow, so many people love Dominion, and it turns out they don't. They were just confused. They were on the way to the grocery store, and they accidentally clicked my stream. So that made me really thankful for all you guys in a regular schedule, because let's go back to that. Let's go back. As you can see right now, there's 45 people watching. 45 people. So you guys are like not 4 people. You're like, that's a lot of people compared to lame me not streaming chess. So thanks guys for watching. You're really making me feel good right now. It's probably just because you accidentally clicked the button on the homepage. You're like, click? Oh, I should click. It says click. But hey, at least you clicked. So I appreciate that. So now we're in a kind of a drawn ending, but knowing ChessWhiz, I will demonstrate to you how to lose. It's not going to be on the clock, as you might be thinking if you're new to ChessWhiz TV. If you're new to ChessWhiz TV, I recommend you don't say I'm new to ChessWhiz TV, because it'll sound like you're just saying I'm new. Also, you don't know that I never run out of time, ever. So you should learn that. It's impossible for me to run out of time. Should I run with my king? Yes, I should run. Run! There's no reason for him to be over here. There's nothing to do. But if I go over here to the queen side, it's like my new house. Oh, look, I live here. B8 is my house. Come on. Olith says, I am new to ChessWhiz TV, which is funny to me because Olith watched episode 1, maybe, or 5. Olith has been around a long time. A long time. Like, longer than you. I mean, Olith is like your grandfather, so don't even. I think that's just a sentence. You can be like, don't even, and just stop. And everyone like, whoa, man, you can talk, or something. So my king is finding house over here. It's very fantastic. And then after that's done, maybe I'll get this g-pawn if he forgets to guard it. And even if he doesn't forget, at least I can try to take things. This is kind of dangerous that it's way advanced down in here. So if I send my queen off on an errand, like, go take c-pawns, queen, you got a job to do. Then maybe in just a few moves he haxes this thing and promotes. It's pretty scary. Hey, my new house, great. So glad I'm here. It's pretty scary. This has got to be good for me. It's just got to be. Right? Is he going to play his queen up? So annoying. If I take, then my pawn is exposed. I can't take that queen if it moves there to f5, because pawn takes, And then his king just walks up and takes this. Meanwhile, I left the scene with my king. So I'm gone. So, oh, but he doesn't. So I just check him and start attacking these. No, it's too dangerous. I'm going to come out and come on up into this area. It's a little bit better. If the queens accidentally trade, my king will be doing something better. And then that's good. Oh, no. No, it's going to be a madman game now because we're both getting passed pawns on the same file. Something you don't see every day. Welcome to ChessWizTV, where we have 2 passed pawns, one white and one black, on the same file. Doesn't happen every day. He went back and didn't take. Why? You're so lacking brain cells today. Why didn't you take on G7 and then move out and promote in just like no time? So I don't know what to do. If I trade queens, then I'll lose, I think. Because his king is like in the important area and my king's not. Not that I can even trade, but if I could, I wouldn't. Maybe I would now, because my king, I can effect change over here. I can get a passed pawn on the A. On the A, I'm going to get a passed pawn on your A. Let's do it. Come on. Oh, I just hung a pawn. No, it's not even, I'm not even worried about that, because I start crushing. So I actually didn't notice that he had 2 attackers here, and I am not defending it. But we're going to hope that I just get lucky, because if he takes it, I can take over here. My endgame skills are not the sharpest. In fact, they're the dullest. But it doesn't matter at this point. It's just a game. I mean, we're just playing chess. It's not like this is a life or death situation, unless you're the black king. Check, I move, and he does take this, but then it's the same as before. Then meanwhile, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to check him forever, literally. So I actually think I'm going to try to check him forever, because this isn't very good for me. If I just keep checking him, I'll be like, check, I'm checking you. Check. Oh, he's checking me. Dude, if you check me, how am I supposed to check you? Yeah, that doesn't even compute. Maybe he'll run out of time. I'm going here. I'm a genius. Because if otherwise they'll take my pawn with check and I'll be like, no! Blundered again. Looks like he's drawing. He's going to just check me forever. I don't mind. I don't think my position's very good. This area, his pawn is on the 6th rank, his passed pawn. My potential passed pawn on the 4th rank. So he's got way more potential down here if he were to take this, which he could do by checking. Meanwhile, can I claim a draw? No, why not? I want to claim a draw. Meanwhile, in Soviet Russia, I don't know, they're riding elephants backwards. There's no punchline to that, because they don't even have elephants in Soviet Russia. Why isn't this claim draw? Is there a button here? Claim a draw. I don't want to propose a draw. I'm not getting married. I want to claim a draw. You are my draw. Now he won't check me, so I have to check him. Dude, if you're not going to check me, I check him right here and win. Guys, let's think for 30 seconds because I'll still have 3 afterwards. I check right here. He's like, oh no, my king's under attack. What'll I do? Oh, my queen also. So he takes, then I take. Passed pawn, but that's not the point. The point is this is going to promote in 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's what you do. You draw a line diagonally, and then you're like, okay, so that makes a box like this. That's not a box. This is a box. You see that box right there? So if his king is in the box, he can stop this pawn. It's not in the box. So, and this one right here has a box like this. My king is in that box. So in other words, I win, and that's the conclusion. With 7 seconds to spare, I promote my pawn. He's not in the box. You're not in the box, you know. Yeah. Here's Olaf being helpful. He's like, you're running out of time. Your face is running out of time. I really don't think I'm worried about you, Olaf. Now I'm in the box. See this box? This is what you learned today. Draw a line diagonally and then make a box that size and then be like, is my king in the box? Then I'm okay. As long as you can stay in the box after making your move, your king can stop the passed pawn. It's passed pawn box day on ChessWizTV. So glad you tuned in. Today we're boxing our boxes. I heard you like boxes, so we're drawing boxes on the boxes and I'm promoting to a queen and winning. Oh, really? With your king, you will certainly stop me. Too bad I remarried. And my queen has the power to move everywhere fast. Queens are so much more powerful than kings, it's not even fair. I can't protect my pawn. No, what'll I do? You're so good at chess. Actually, this is obnoxious and I better not lose. Oh, look, you're pinned. Lol. I'm laughing out loud. What will you do? Stay pinned. Oh, you're pinned again. What bad luck. Oh, no. The queen is on the queening square. This is rule number 2 for you people who tune in to learn. You can now learn. This is your opportunity to learn with your brain. If you put your queen in front of the opponent's pawns, they can't promote ever. For example, now. Because the queen is in the way. Kings can't push queens out of the way. They're too weak. They're like, ugh. And the queen doesn't move. That was my demonstration of a king pushing a queen out of the way. Of course it was boring because ChessWhiz TV is boring. ChessWhiz wins that lovely endgame by finding queen e4 check, forking the king and queen, promoting a pawn on the queen side. Good game. Wow, I didn't deserve to win that ending. I deserve to lose, I bet. But let's get some analysis and find out. Why did you name yourself OK Google? Because my phone goes off when I say that. Are you ready? Okay, Google. Did you hear that, guys? Okay, now I'll demonstrate it again. My phone is off and I'm not pressing anything. Not even with my feet, although you'll have to trust me. Okay, Google. Yeah. So he names himself Okay, Google. Stop it. So my phone will go off whenever I say his name, so I'm not going to say your name. Can the pawns move backwards? No. Can your pawns move backwards? No. Pawns don't move backwards. They go forwards. Until they promote into super pawns. Computer analysis request 1. There we go. Pawns that move backwards are confusing you. Okay, the computer is analyzing this game, so you have to wait a moment. Wait, patience, young Padawan, or is it Padawan? Or is it just, I don't know the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars, so beam me up, Scotty. I don't know, but anyway, we're getting our analysis going. And while we're doing that, I'll tell you that pawns don't move backwards. Okay, Google, I recommend that you... Fortunately, I didn't say it in the correct intonation, so my phone didn't go off. I recommend you check out the chess article on WikiLeaks. Julian has leaked some great information about the rules to chess, and you could check those out before the government shuts that down. That'd be great. The analysis is done. So it says that it's the winnower variation, delayed exchange variation. I knew that, of course. I can even say winnower. It's got win right in the name, so we're going to do that. Coming down here, it's like black is starting to win as soon as he sacrifices his piece. The best move with knight f3. Save the knight. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm so interested. H6. Incorrect. The best move was knight takes h4. I didn't even see knight takes h4. He pushes his h-pawn and I could just take it. Are you sure? Let me see that. He pushes, and I can't take it because I'll die. Knight f6, rook up. Now I can take it because there's no checkmate because I'm protected by the knight f6. Oh. And then h6, which is a blunder because the knight takes h4. Rook h3, which is a blunder because he should have saved his knight. No, he should have played. Look at this. Look what he should have played, guys. You didn't even see this move. Olith. Olith, you're like a monolith, not seeing this move. Knight e6, forking the rook and queen. When I take it, it's like, oh, free knight. That's the only protector of the knight. Why didn't you see that? I thought you were GM Olith. I guess I misread your name. And then trade there, and then knight e5, which is actually looking kind of complicated. And then the computer says that this happens, which loses a pawn, but that's no problem because of this, followed by this. And in conclusion, white is trapped and black wins. Of course, that's a forced line. Don't even worry. There's no choices for us there. Anyway, rook h3 was his choice then. I traded and took the knight, which the computer now says I'm winning by a knight. Wow, what a surprise. I thought that too. F4, f6. I'm still winning by a knight, but I should have played queen d7 here. That's smart, but similar, actually. kind of hairy in terms of escaping checkmate. As you can see, my king starts to go for a jog there. F6, F5, knight takes G5, super blunder. This is not just a blunder, this is super blunder because it goes from I'm winning by 2 pawns to he's winning by 3.5 pawns. Guys, did you know these little numbers over here are like how much pawns you're ahead by? So that's great. That's a super blunder. I went from I win to he wins. And I should have just taken with pawns. So the reason it's a super is... let's not look at that, it's confusing. Is he missed the move F takes G6. F5. Oh, because he's going to checkmate me, I think. He wins 2 pieces. Let's go back to the game. Knight takes, he takes the knight, and he takes there. So he ended up not having a checkmate. But actually he has a checkmate right now. What are we learning in this game? We're learning Chess Whiz just misses everything. But hey, at least we're learning that. We're learning something. So the checkmate here, guys, can you see this checkmate? See if you can find it. This is a mate in 3 for white, something no one who was watching the stream when I was streaming this game noticed and told me about. So try to find the mate in 3. That's right, it's a sacrifice. I will give you 5 more units of time. Arbitrary units, so good luck measuring them. They're all different too. You get 1 big unit, 3 medium units, and a tiny unit that's already passed. So you're down to 4 units. The correct move is discovered. Rook h8, forcing the king over. There is no escape. Followed by the simple Queen h3 and Queen h7. Boom, 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 checkmate. That's a pretty cool checkmate, and I'm so glad we found that, and I'm so glad he didn't find that during the game. Let's play more chess, and let's learn from it, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is Chess Whiz TV. We broadcast twice a week right now, currently. We used to broadcast 3 times a week, and then I got bored of you. Twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays. So this is the Saturday broadcast at 4 p.m. GMT, which is 4 p.m. UTC also, because they're the same. Which is, well, if you're in the United States, it's like, well, if you're East Coast, it's 11 a.m. That's all you need to know. All the good players are on the East Coast. Knight of 3. 10 points to Gryffindor, according to the Music Man. I wouldn't actually say that because I don't care about Mr. Potter. D4 here. This is called the Philidor's defense, and it's considered bad. But I'm scared to play bishop c4 in case it's atomic chess, and when he takes me, my bishop blows up. Okay, so take what? Queen e7, what? I'm sure this is not real chess. I mean, you're blocking the bishop. Now the bishop is going to fianchetto. You know, g6, bishop g7, out into this cool diagonal that I'm opening up. So maybe I should just play d5 and shock and awe him with this closed diagonal. He'll hate me for that. Or maybe I should take. Yeah, look at that. Just going to take. Is there a reason I can't? No reason I can't. Great. So now when he fianchettos, it's like right behind a brick wall. Oh, there's bricks in my face. Oh well, guess I'll just stand here for half the game looking at them. Maybe they'll move. The Music Dan tells me that Queen e7 is book, but it's not best. Why do they put not best in book? I mean, if I made a book, I would put best in book. So not best, but in book does not compute. Not sure why you would do that. And then queen again. Okay, so far I've developed 4 things, if you count castling. Knight, knight, bishop, and castles. Well, he has moved his queen twice and nothing else. So obviously I should have a mate in 3 here. I don't see it. Lo, Jaraxus, you pulling my leg? He says he's pretty sure this is the Tuesday broadcast. It might be, actually. Sometimes I get confused. My computer says it's Saturday. That's good. Okay, so I'll just keep developing. Keep bringing out my things. My rooks still aren't out yet, so let's get them out. You first. What am I going to do after that? Let's plan ahead, guys. Let's make a plan. Because you know what you should do in chess? Make a plan. There's an interesting square here. Because my... I don't know. My knight... I'm thinking of doing this with my knight. which would be dumb if I only went halfway because it's right on the edge of the board. But if I go the whole way, then I could trade with him, which would be dumb because I've got development. I've got space. I've got faster pieces. So trades are not to my advantage. Trades would simplify and make things boring. So I guess I'll just develop. I mean, why would I want to trade? I don't want to trade. Trading actually clears out the board so that he can tie the game with me. But he's black, literally. So I don't want him to tie the game. I want him to lose. I lost the game. I hate losing the game on stream because half the viewers are like, what's the game? And the other half are like, you made me lose, because they don't know the rule that says if one person loses, then the other person can't lose. And also, I've never lost the game on stream before because I'm so good at the game. Let's push this pawn 1 square. That looks powerful. You should probably look up the game on WikiLeaks also. Then you can find out what I'm talking about. So this square is of not much interest. It's well protected. I need like a plan here. He's so well everythinged that I'm not even sure how to win. Because there's no points of penetration in his position. Yes, a3 is very strong. You kibitzer. A is, because he can't put his bishop here, which is what he would obviously do. So maybe I should play b4, b5. That would definitely crack him open like a nut that gets cracked open. Like the nut he is. Queen e2 and double my rooks is another idea. Yeah, I'm actually going to play b4 because he's going to put a knight on c5 and annoy me with a noisy noise. So this will help. I have to do something. I'm obviously winning and I can't figure out what to do next. So this is my plan. My plan is to do that. So what will happen next? I think queen e2 and double my rooks on the d file because none of the other files will ever open. There's always going to be these pawns here. Okay, Google says, not you. Knight f10. Thank you. Yeah, this is so weird. He actually plays knight f10 right now. Look at that. So this knight has like no squares, and I'll play here. Even though it doesn't make sense. I'm thinking about how to strangle him to death because this knight actually can't move here or here or here or here. Or here's what I just covered twice. So if he goes there, then he loses a bunch of things. So knight b8, and that would basically hurt him in the place that you hurt when you move your knights back to where they start. So he shouldn't move there. That would... Oh! Oh! Okay, we're learning on ChessBase TV not to get forked in the face. Okay, this is gonna work though. Look, knight in, and he'll just get checkmated if he takes my bishop. He'll just so get checkmated. How exactly? He won't get checkmated. I'm so dumb. Why don't I even stream chess? Let's go back to tic-tac-toe. It's better. Facepalm. Well, at least you guys get entertainment, right? Aren't you so entertained that I forked myself right in the knight and bishop? Yeah, that's better than learning about chess, right? Click here to watch ChessBase get forked. I should change the title from click to learn. Click to laugh is what it should say. And this isn't even working. He's just going to trade all his things, and he's up a piece. Maybe I'll make something happen. ChessWiz has been known to do that. So, and the chat just erupts in people laughing at me. Chat's been pretty quiet today. It's mostly Olith talking to himself. But when I forked myself, everyone had to type LOL just to validate their existence. I almost said invalidate their existence, but that would be a little harsh. Capsburger says, I play with a friend at work. Always when I castle, he pushes the pawns. Sounds like my dad. The Music Dan says he's been fouling for lots of tactics lately. You've been fouling for them? Wow, it's hard to pronounce that word. That sounds interesting. So my new plan is to infiltrate him. And so what I'm going to do with my queen, I think, is like this way over here, quick before he pushes that pawn to a5. Then my rook can sink into drinks right there. You don't get that unless you play Bike or Die, which you don't. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So you won't get that reference, but that's okay. No one's even heard of Bike or Die. Then then what was I saying? Something important. Matt Slaya says, Matt Slaya. I'm going to put his statement right on the screen. Matt Slaya what has he done? He's slayed Matt. He says, I say lol, this has become a word. It stands for lots of love. Over 5 times each time I watch these streesm. So, and then he says streams. He's like, oh, did I say streesm? I meant streams. But he didn't. He meant streesm. I know it. Can I trap his queen? No, but I can still annoy him. A noise is annoying you. You should get your knight on f3 to d3. Okay. Great advice, Aber. Looks like you were born this year. Why did you put 2015 in your name? That tells me when you were born, which probably tells me I shouldn't follow your advice. Yeah. Aber 2015. Also, vowels go between consonants, not before them. If you fix that, your name would be Bar, which is way better. Oh, you've pinned yourself. You went from pinning me to pinning yourself. That's something Chess would do. So should I double my rooks? Then he would just trade everything. That's not exciting. So I won't. How do I crack this nut? Oh, I could take this pawn. That's pretty tempting, isn't it? Yeah, I just noticed that, guys. Rook d1, but then he's got so many defenders here, he can still rook over. Take. Oh, he can't. Ha! Let me count again. 3 attackers, 2 defenders. Okay. I'll do that. There's no rush. I'm down a piece, but there's no rush to lose. I can lose slowly. So. Oleth. He's like, wow. 2015 is when you were born. He says Byzov 754 is pretty old. I have to say, Byzov 754 is not as old as you. Olith 123, and you left off the BC on that. You better add that back in. I know when you were really born. Okay. Got to finish off this chess game. He's moved his knight off, so now I can sink in this one. Oh, brilliant move. Hang the knight. Not. Okay, so what piece can I improve? This knight, I can do things with it. Watch me. And the queen, I can move queen in here. Oh, 15 seconds and the game's over. Yeah, I'll maneuver. Maneuver commence! He can't move anything. He can't move anything at all. I mean, the bishop's pinned to the queen. The knight's pinned-ish. It's busy guarding the c-pawn. The king better not move. You better not move, king. And the rooks, well, they can move, but not anywhere useful, because they can't move here to d8. Wow. Seek 1337. He's very old, too, about 700 years old. It's pronounced Seek-leet for you leet people. Okay, I can't attack that bishop a second time very easily, so I'll continue on my journey to see the attack on c6. Very good. Very good. Do you like that knight maneuver? 3 moves. By the way, this is advice for you guys who are here to learn. Advice and learning from ChessWiz. Don't get forked on b5. Also, move your knights to better squares. No, seriously, if you can't figure out what to move, you're like, what should I move, ChessWiz? I don't know what to move. Then move your knight to a better, not just your knight specifically. I mean, here's what I mean. Find a piece that's not participating in crushing your opponent. In this case, my knight over here on f3. Then crush your opponent with it. In this case, move over here. So you should actually use that rule of thumb. Protect that, just because I thought maybe don't blunder this turn would be great. Use that rule of thumb when you're wondering what to move. Find the piece that's not participating, because we want participatory pieces. It's a hard phrase to say. I think I'm about to crush this guy. Look at this attack. Look at it. I capture this way so that I can triple up on the 6th rank. I read that in a book. It's so good because all his pawns start out attacking it. So it's just like unstoppable. Triple up on the 6th rank. Oh, yeah. Tux King with a compliment. He's the most fanatical Dominion player I know. Fanatical. I thought it said fantastic. I would not have read that out loud if it said fanatical. I thought you said I was fantastic, and now you're all fanatical player. Oh, I'm winning. I'm winning. Queen against rook, and I have a million pawns. This is fantastic. Okay, let's trade rooks because you're almost out of them. Rooks, that is. Then I'll capture this way. I win. How did I win, guys? I got forked and then I won. How did I do it? He resigns. The secret is in peace activity. He lost right here with Queen E7, the Philidor Defense General, which I'm covering with the base of my knight up there. This is just such a losing move. I'm sure this is a forced win for white. I'm just sure of it. I feel it in my femur. So there's no way for him to avoid, even though I forked myself here. Okay, I'm losing here. Let's get the computer analysis, because at some point I actually start winning again. The reason is my pieces are so active. Philidor's defense is passive. It's so passive. It's like you get up and you're like, oh, I'm still in bed. And then you get up and you're like, oh, I'm still in bed. And you're like, okay, I'll just stay in bed all day. That's Philidor's defense. That joke was so good. Even Chess was laughed. His pieces can't do anything. It's not like they're not doing anything. It's like they can't do anything. Although I don't think this is very good. Bishop back. You should probably, no, it's very, I think you should Queen E7 here. He needs to get some trades, of course. Okay. So the computer analysis says I'm actually ahead a whole pawn here. A whole pawn, that's my activity. And then A4, exclam, exclam, look at that, look at that. I go from being ahead 2 to being ahead nothing. And it says mistake. So much for A4 being genius. Because I missed knight G5, which traps his queen if he takes me. Wow, memorize this, guys. Look how strong this is. If your opponent's ever dumb enough to play Queen E7 Philidors, you should just add 11 Knight G5 to your repertoire, which looks like this in slow motion. Rook over, Knight G6, blocking the last escape route for the queen. Knight G5. If takes, then bishop takes, trapping the queen. Do you have that memorized? He then goes here, which you get the piece back because queen takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Actually, this is what happens according to computer. And then the analysis stops. Like, I don't know what to do next. You can take that free bishop, or I don't know, so I'll stop analyzing. So anyway, bishop e7. So the advantage is gone, advantage is gone. And advantage good for black, b5. This is good for black according to computer? What did I miss? Oh, I'm not black. That's what I missed. I thought I was black. No, this is good for black, all right. It's just not me. Black is not me. That's the problem. Still good for black. Still good for black. Still good. Still good. Still good. Still good. Still good. Still good. And then it's good for white right here. And then I blundered because I could have taken that. Oh, another interesting sacrifice genius. Guys, learn this tactic too. Give up a rook so that you can win a queen. I'll give up the exchange. Look at this. Take the bishop. If he recaptures, you just pin that queen with the sound of a helicopter that has no motor. Neural, neural. And you win the queen. That's very strong. I hope you learned those tactics because that's why you're here to learn. I received a challenge from the great S4N0. Is that a lowercase L? Or is that a 1? Or is it an I? I don't even know, but let's play him and find out. And I'll ask him, what is that thing? An L? A 1? Or an I, N-I. I want to say that correctly. It's not a 1. He says it's a bleh, but I can't tell what that is either. L and I look the same. I'll paste it in the Twitch chat. That'll work. It looks the same over there too. Just like a stick. Not useful. Clearly he's naming himself after the mountain that Moses got the 10 commandments from. Mount Sinai. And he's using a 4 to substitute in so that only I can tell that it says Sinai. Moses was pretty cool. Too bad he's dead now. That'd be so great if you were like, hey guys, I'm still here. Be like, oh, I believe. No, but you don't because Moses is dead and you can't get him back. Ha! I took him away from you. So you don't know what to believe. ChessWiz, I see you've set up a Patreon account, says Happy-O. That's true, Happy-O. I did, and I'm Happy-O about it. I'm also worried about my c4. I'll read the rest of your message after I mess with this pawn. If he takes a take, look at all the things falling apart. What, bishop e3 is going to hold it together? Nope, still not. I'm concerned about pawn takes, and then he's got 2 attackers here. Meanwhile, I'm so pinned. It's sad. I could block the pin. He takes, takes, takes. I push. Yeah, I'll just block the pin and see what happens. Let's see. Then he says, it says ChessWiz is not a Patreon yet. Oh, really? Is that true, Happy-O? I'm putting your highlighted message on my stream. Do you have to go through some sort of verification process or something? Maybe it's a vertical pipe. Good point, but look how tall that pipe is. Matt Slayer says, lol, for the third time. Good work, Matt Slayer. Just 2 more and you'll be finished with the stream. Then you can actually do something useful with your life, like eat Jello. I don't know. I like coming up with random things. Randomness is part of Chess Whiz TV. So if you don't like the move I made, probably I was random. So you can blame it on that. Let's look at that. Patreon. Patreon.com/ChessWhiz. This is the URL. ChessWhiz is creating chess streams, the fastest chess you've ever seen. Welcome to ChessWhiz TV. It looks pretty configured to me. If you guys want to donate to ChessWhiz TV, now you can do it. You can go to patreon.com/ChessWhiz. But apparently you can't, according to Happy Zero. He says you can't. So I'll work on that, and then maybe you can. If you don't want to support ChessWhiz TV, that's fine. In fact, you're not supporting it right now, and your life's going okay. So probably no one is going to get an anvil dropped on them. So I'm not actually threatening you. Except for that evil laugh, which might be me threatening you. So now you have to wonder and worry until you donate, and then you'll feel better again. So you should probably donate to ChessWhiz TV. Just for protection from anvils. You never know when an anvil will be dropped. But if you get ChessWhiz TV protection, aka donation, then you'll be safer. This is so dumb. Chess is better when you pay attention. I've lost 2 center pawns, and I'm going on, well, I'm out of center pawns, so I guess I'm not going on any more quantities of those. What about check? What will he even block with? My mistakes is Happy Zero. Everything's fine. Oh, really? Is that true, Happy Zero? Well, thanks for giving out the link so that everyone can donate and get anvil protection. Sounds good. Pawn, knight up. Yeah, like discover double checkmate if he doesn't watch out. So I'm thinking about bishop takes b7, and then, of course, he'll play rook b8, and then I can play queen check. Then what will he even do? What will he do? Block with this knight over here, maybe? Which could be okay for him. Queen check first or bishop takes b7? I lose in both lines, so it's not too hard to decide, but I still want to make the best choice. I'm thinking to myself, in case you're wondering. That's why I'm pinching this part. Does anyone know what this part is called right here? It's above your mouth and below your nose, and you're like, oh, it's running again. What happens if you're pinching it? What's it called? There must be a really great name for that spot. I reference it all the time. Someone says to me, is that your deodorant or are you not wearing any? And then I say, it's that thing right below your nose, and so you're smelling that and you think it's me. It's a great insult if you could actually know what it's named, right? Stop it, telephone. You'd be like, oh, it's that thing. Guys, this is unbelievable. This is so wonderful. I just got an email from Gordon. It says Gordon just pledged $3. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Oh. Gordon just pledged me $3 on Patreon. He's so generous. With that $3, I'm going to put it in my savings account. Maybe someday I can be a good chess player thanks to you, Jordan. Gordon. Facepalm. Gordon. Oh, that's so generous. I can't even fathom how generous that is. I'm only down 1 pawn now, too, so I'm doing better. Wow, so generous. Oh, I'm touched. Right in my wallet is where you touched me. Because that's where I'm keeping your $3. Yeah, seriously, though, that was very nice of you. So, also not seriously. Also jokingly nice of you. You're pretty much nice all around, Gordon. And I will remember your name forever. Till I'm dead. Although I might call you Jordan by mistake, so please forgive me if I do that, because your real name's Gordon, and I will not forget it till I'm dead. Because actually, when you're dead, then your brain can't remember things. Maybe you get a new brain, maybe you don't. No one's proved whether you do or not, but the old brains clearly cannot remember anything because it's dead. And I don't even think they've even bothered to try to do tests on the dead brains to see if they're remembering things, like Gordon, for example. Maybe when I'm dead, you could test my brain and see if it remembers Gordon, but I bet it doesn't. But we'll have to wait for that. Please don't rush that process. I would rather not take the expedited route to that scientific experiment. So let's just wait and see patiently. Some things you want to find out right away, and some things it's okay if it's just a mystery. Hopefully it's one of those things. Oh, great. I'm pinned and skewered. This is a skewer, guys. Learning on ChessWhiz TV what a skewer is. I wish I could be demonstrating a skewer to his pieces, but at least it's a skewer being demonstrated. That's worth something. Capsburger wants to be remembered. Sorry, Capsburger, you got to donate $3 like Gordon did. Then I'll remember you. Otherwise, out of my brain immediately. I'm going to put you in my rear lobe, which is like the frontal lobe for Capsburgers. Second-class citizen you will be unless you donate to ChessWhiz TV. See how it rhymes? It's catchy. You get in your brain, and then you're like, oh, I better donate. It's in my brain. Yeah, it'll happen. Too bad I'm down everything right now. Too bad I'm losing badly. Should I just resign? We could learn something still from this game, right? We could still learn. This is fantastic. I am so excited about Gordon. He's just so generous. I can't even, I'll just have to keep going on about him. Brony Pony has a message for me. He says, do you Skype man? Except he left man out because he thinks I might be a woman. He says, if you do, my Skype name is Brony Pony 5 with a pony on it. Well, I want to know, what's your Skype name if I don't have Skype? Is it still Brony Pony? If so, then why do you say, if I have Skype, then it's Brony Pony 5? I don't know what it is because I don't have Skype now. Oh, we probably shouldn't play chess anymore. Not this game. I resign. GG. Let's play chess. That's an interesting game instead of this horrible game. And let's not even analyze because we know what went wrong. The opening. We have time for one more game, but unfortunately, it's not going to be a long one. Actually, let's just go late. Let's give Gordon Jordan some extra ChessWhiz TV time because he's that cool. So it's not going to be a lot of extra time, but it's just going to be enough time to play Vinayak Kasparov, which is worthwhile. So normally we end at the top of the hour, which is like in 5 minutes, but who wants to do that when it's 5 minutes per side? Am I going to move instantly and use up his 5 minutes? No, I'm going to use my 5 minutes and let him decide how much time he's going to use, which might not be 5 minutes. So we're going late today. We're going to finish this game, and we haven't even started. So that's thanks to you, Gordon. You bought extra ChessWhiz TV time, and I'm going to think up a pun for your name. Actually, I'm going to look up a pun for your name. Gordon Puns. Because the internet can usually do things better than you. Gordon's name puns. Gordon Ramsay, know your meme. So much pun, Gordon. Gordon Ramsay. Apparently, Gordon Ramsay is the famousest Gordon on the internet. There's even Harvey C. Gordon. Puns are everywhere. Puns, puns, puns. Okay, we're going to have to go with link number 1. I'm feeling lucky. knowyourmeme.com/photos. Gordon. Gord. Oh, yeah. Gordoff. That's better than the pumpkin one I was thinking of, which was like, you're a gourd. And then I couldn't do anything with on. This is a great pun, and it's here because of you, Gordon. Thank you for supporting ChessWhiz TV. Oh. French defends again. Of course it's going to be an exchange. I hate this French. I hate it. Because he needs to play d4. Otherwise, I will be discombobulated. He's not going to. He's going to play queen e2, d3, g3. Oh, this is different, though. This is much different. Because the bishop usually goes over here like this. Rip, rip, over in the corner. So, this is different indeed. Indeed, very different. Hey, if any of you guys want to be as cool as Gordon, you should go here, patreon.com/ChessWhiz. I put it in the chat. Then you can support ChessWhiz TV, and I told you the merits of that. If you weren't listening, it protects you from anvils. I guarantee no anvils will fall on you if you support ChessWhiz TV on Patreon. So that'll be great. You should do it. If no anvils have fallen on you yet, that could be because my anvil machine is malfunctioning. I'll check on that after the stream. This is pretty good. I like this position for me. He played the queen e2, but his bishop is gone. Like, literally, it's not even there. It's traded off for my knight. So that's pretty good for me. I think he should have played queen b5 check, forking off my c-pawn. He proposes a take back, because now I'll play bishop a6, skewering him. Okay, let's do this other move. Capsburger says, you actually funny, but you didn't spell you correctly. You can't just use the letter U to save time. It reveals your intelligence, and there isn't much of it. That takes chess to new level. I rage too much level. LVL? He offers to draw now. Oh, he's using that strategic strategy. Offer a take back and then be like, no, I mean draw. And the other guy is like, well, these buttons look like draw. These look like accept take back buttons. So you take the draw by mistake. That strategy worked against me couple of episodes ago, maybe 6, which would be 3 weeks. It was so painful. I was like, okay, here's a take back, and it was like game ended, draw. Please, I have to go. Really? Why don't you resign then, Viniac? Because if you look at our numbers, you notice how much larger my number is. Like 1856 is my number and 1185 is your number. So the right thing to do would be for you to resign. It's actually a pretty good strategy. Try to convince your opponent to resign. Doesn't really matter what's on the chessboard. I mean, you're like, oh, you have to use the restroom? I think you should probably resign. You won't be able to checkmate me before you leak. So, resign. And now he proposes a takeback, which I'm going to decline because he's trying to trick me into accepting a draw. And I'm not going to fall for that, Viniac, which rhymes. The strategy did work against me. Yes, the music Dan. I accepted a draw by mistake. But it will never happen now that it's happened. So I'll be more careful. Yeah, good move, good move. But now the c-pawn's protected by the bishop because I got the knight out of the way. So in short, I'm winning by the exchange. That's what that's called on ChessWhiz TV. You can learn things like the exchange, which is a phrase meaning, it means that. It means, actually, it means a rook for a minor piece. And now you can learn what a minor piece is. A bishop or knight is called a minor piece. Welcome to Chess 000, which is the class before 101. Let's get that queen out of there with a skewer. Oh, you have to go. Great advice. Byzov, he says, give him a bunch of time, and he actually used shift key on his laughing out loud, which shows extra effort. Kudos to you, Byzov. You see the music, Danny's like, I don't even need shift. I'll just lowercase. Well, that's not quite correct form, so I got to give it to Byzov, and because of that, I'm going to obey him and give extra time. Thank you, Byzov, for that excellent recommendation. The reason I'm doing that is that our opponent has to go. So when he sees he has so much time on his clock, he's going to be like, no, there's so much time on my clock. I'm never going to finish in time before I have to go right now. So I'll resign. So that could work. If I could like give him a couple of hours, maybe I should give him a couple of days on his clock. I wonder if you can do that. Is this whole days on it? I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. Then he'll run out of time. No, he won't. He will never run out of time with days on his clock. But he will have to leave because he has to urinate. Maybe. I hope that's the reason, because then he's sure to resign unless I give him too much time. He gave me time back. But it's a trap. Now he says bew. 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 It's a code word. Please draw. I am not an artist and I can't draw. Oh no, I can't draw. I guess you should resign now. You're down the exchange. You are down. You are down. Wook. As Blitzstream would say, you're missing a wook. So I win. So you should probably resign, which has a G in it. Nobody knows why. They're still testing that one. They're like, is there, why is that, huh? But they still don't know why it's there. They just leave it there for now. It will explain itself later. Let's hear. This looks like it'll really open it up in an opening sort of fashion. Okay, more lols in the chat. I mean, this must be the world's funniest episode. If you were to just look at chat, you'd be like, wow, I'm measuring the lols, and there's a high quantity of them, so this is definitely the world's funniest episode. So now I will follow my own advice from earlier in the stream, which was find a piece that's not being awesome and make it awesomer. My rooks are pretty awesome. My queen could be more awesome, maybe. My knight, oh, it's a draw offer. Fine. My knight could definitely do more than it's doing. So where should I put my knight? Interesting back right mate. A4, pawn takes, check, lose the rook. Check again, he blocks with rook. Check, and he takes with knight. And I'm like, no, there's no back right mate. Well, it was worth a try. Where can I get my pieces to better squares? Maybe maneuver over here to f5. That's a good idea. Here comes the knight. So I'm following my advice to improve the positions of my pieces. Excellent. What a stupid thing. Lit? I'm not sure exactly what thing you're referring to. You say thing when you're like, I don't know what thing to talk about. So you're like, well, I'll just say thing and they can guess what it is. Lit Cartier says what's a stupid thing. That's a stupid. I don't even know what he's saying though. Am I a stupid thing? Is that what you're saying, Lit? Are you saying I'm a stupid thing? I don't believe you. I say I'm not a stupid thing. So let's play rock, paper, scissors and find out. D4. D4 doesn't work? Oh yeah? Well, I just played it. We'll see if it works. Zug Addict Fan says D4 doesn't work, but I don't believe him because I can crush down here right now with my crusher. And now back rank mate is in one move. He'll block with knight, but I don't care. I don't care. Oh, look, it's 4 minutes past the hour. Bonus time for Gordon is happening. Oh, I lost a pawn. Oh, no. My pawn. Come on, Charlie. Oh. We gotta go to Candy Mountain. I'm gonna eat these knights. Come on. Now I'll back rank checkmate you. Now I'll do it. Queen E1 or Queen D1. I don't know. What if I do the wrong one? What if I do Queen D1 when Queen E1 was the best move? Or what if I do Queen E1 and I should have done Queen D1? Maybe I should play Queen C1 just to be safe. My mouse button had better not accidentally release right now. Nah, I'm a risk taker. I like to hover my queen over deadly squares. Checkmate. Checkmate. Good game, Vignac. Sorry I didn't take the draw, but I'm just that kind of person who won't give a draw when he's up a rook, especially if you have to go. But I appreciate the game. GG. Thank you. That feels good. I just love checkmating opponents. I'm like, oh, would you like to be checkmated? That'd be great. Let me turn on my stream so everyone can watch you get checkmated. That'll be... Okay, here we go. Checkmate. This has been ChessWhiz TV, guys. We broadcast Tuesdays and Saturdays at 4 p.m. GMT, which is 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and in Korean, it's like 2 a.m. in Korea, so... I should look it up what it is so that you Korean viewers can stay up all night. Clarky would know. He lives in Australia. He would say, wow, it's the middle of the night, 3 a.m. I guess I'll watch ChessWhiz TV. It's only 3 a.m. Guess I'd better watch ChessWhiz TV. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.